1, 2, 3.
Happy Pride 2017.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Hi, I'm Ruben Daniel.
My pronouns are he, him.
And so are mine.
And today we're going to be doing a sort of LGBT tag questions thing to celebrate Pride this month. This
Every
month
day.
of the...
Every day.
Yeah, celebrate Pride every day of the year. Always be
Gay.
proud. Yeah. So I got about half of these questions from a Tumblr post that I can link in the description, and they are about half changed, and some of them I added completely of my own. So yeah, so we're just gonna answer those and have a good old fun time being nice and gay.
Alright, first question.
Alright, so number 1. What is your sexual orientation and gender identity?
I'm a gay male.
I am queer, I guess. I am a queer, non-binary boy.
Alright,
Yeah.
Question 2. Did you have any experiences as a child that might have foreshadowed you being LGBT?
See, this is really difficult when you're a trans person, because when I was younger, I thought I was a girl. I thought I was a straight girl. So, like, technically, everything in my childhood was very gay, because I had a lot of gay crushes. But at the time, I thought it was very straight. But, okay, but here's one story that I do like to tell. So, when I was younger, my sister, she used to try to bug me and bother me, as older sisters do, by saying, like, oh, ha ha ha, you're a boy. You're really a boy. The doctors dropped you on your head when you were a baby, and they said that you would grow up thinking that you're a girl, but really you're a boy. And then you look at where I am today, and it's like, wow, that was like...
She was right.
That was really scarily accurate. So, yeah. What about you?
For me, I don't have any specific things, except, I mean, when I was little, I used to think, like, the Red Ranger was the cutest out of all of them. That's honestly, like, I don't know, that's it. Like, yeah. That's kind of a boring answer. That's all I got.
It's okay. You can be boring.
Okay.
Moving on. Number 3. Yes.
Yeah.
How old were you when you knew? What was that like for you?
It was in middle school when I knew. When I first, like, came out or whatever, I came out as bi, but then in, like, 6th or 7th, was it 8th grade?
It had to have been 8th grade.
I think it was 8th grade. 8th grade, I was like, no, I'm not bi, I'm gay. So.
Yeah, because when you came out to me, you said bi.
Yeah.
That was
So.
7th grade.
I mean, I don't know. It was, like, sort of stressful, because I was like, I don't know if this is right or not. But then at the same time, it was like, who the fuck cares? Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
For me, you know, I specifically, this is going back to when I thought I was a gay girl, which I am not. I remember when I first started suspecting that I like girls, I remember writing in my diary, which I kept at the time because I was a little nerd. I remember writing in my diary, I don't know, I can't be a lesbian, in all caps and very big.
I remember you showing me that.
Because I think I remember saying, I don't know, I think I like girls and boys. Is that something a person can do? I think the word is bisexual maybe, but I don't know. This is all too much for me. I was really scared. I was in heavy denial, and it terrified me. For being trans, it was about like a year of questioning, and then finally I was just like, yeah, I'm trans.
Who was the first person you came out to,
Yeah.
and how did it go? That was the question.
Ooh, who was the first person I came out to? The first person I came out to as a person who likes girls.
No.
I'm gonna call her Belle.
Belle.
Yeah.
It's...
We used to write notes to each other back and forth in the car, and I remember I wrote a note to her saying, hey, by the way, I think I like girls. And her reaction was just like, okay. So, and the first person I came out to as trans was technically you, because you were the one I talked to about questioning and stuff. But I believe that...
You literally walked up to me one day after school and you were like, hey, by the way. I was like, okay, cool.
Did I really?
Yeah, it was like after school I had to get to a rehearsal. And you stopped me and talked for like 2 minutes in the hall and you were like, hey, I'm trans. I'm like, fuck, alright, cool. I was like,
I don't
that's
even
great.
remember that at all.
I remember it. I was like, I'll text you later. I gotta go to rehearsal.
Nice.
That's how that went. When I came out as bi, or whatever, I called 2 of my friends, these 2 used to be my best friends, like Claire and Olivia or whatever. I'm not really friends with them anymore, rip. Yeah, but I called them and I was like, I don't know, I want to tell you guys. And it was like on the house phone. So like
God,
part of me was like,
it.
my mom's gonna pick up the phone. She'd like, so, I mean, I told them and then they were like, wow. And then...
Wow, our own gay.
No, and then it was super funny because one of the girls was like, oh my god. Because like, the other girl who was also with us, she was also bi. So we were like, oh my god, you guys are twins. And I was like, what? So, that was an experience. When I first came out, I think I just kind of mass texted everybody. I was like, hey, when I told people I was gay, for clarification.
Number 5. Did you face any problems regarding religion?
Bitch. I literally live in a church. Like, I wake up every day to my mom praying, like, screaming out Jesus' name. Like, it's literally like, Jesus might as well be living in that house with me. Like, I open the door and he's, like, right there brushing his teeth.
We're not bashing people who are religious. This is
Just my mother, who I love very much.
For me, I don't think so. I'm not really a religious person. I think I had some minor issues, but I'm pretty sure I very, very quickly came around. But now I'm not religious at all even, so it's all chill.
Same. How did your parents take it, or how do you think they might take it?
Alright, so here's the thing.
Story time. I know all about this.
Alright, so now we're talking about when I told my parents that I like girls, which by the way, I am not a lesbian. I just need to clarify that a million times because people, if I don't, will be like, oh, so you're a lesbian. No. I'm a queer guy. When I told my parents that I like girls, I didn't tell them. Somebody from the school, it was Chris's mom. Okay, so like I came out at school and I came out to everybody all at once. And so then it got around school and then this kid, Chris, he told his mom. His mom called my mom and was like, hey, guess what? Your kid's gay. So my mom confronted me that night.
Who does that?
Yeah,
Sorry,
honestly. I remember back when I had that huge crush on Stacy and like my mom was talking to me and she was like, so I know you have this little crush on Stacy. Yeah. She thought this whole thing was a phase for so long. Same thing with trans. My dad was very sweet about it. He was like, I don't see the need for labels, but I'll love you no matter what. And today it's a little complicated, but he still is more or less accepting. And my mom is more or less not. She's not, none of them had a horrific reaction, but my mom was like, you're not trans, you're wanting attention, you need to stop this right now, you're a phase.
Well, my mom doesn't know, so she sees this video, surprise. Although I told my dad and my stepmom, and they're completely fine with it. I told my stepmom first. Actually, she came up to me and asked me at Taco Bell, and I was shook as fuck.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Did I not tell you this?
You told me about coming out to her, but I don't think you told me about her approaching you about it.
She was like, I have a question for you, because I was with my stepbrother too, and he went to the bathroom or something. She's like, I have a question for you, and I was like, okay. And in my mind, I was like, this is it. I knew exactly what it was. I was like, this is it. I was like, she's like, do you like boys? And I was like, I was like, she was like, okay, and then she gave me like this entire speech about like safe sex and all that.
Oh.
So she was like, I love you no matter what.
How old were you at the time?
I think this was 8th grade. And then I told my dad, it was a really bad time for me to do it, but my stepmom, she was like, do it. And I was like, oh my god. She kind of forced me out, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
No.
Don't do that. But it was like a bad situation because it was a week after we found out my aunt died.
Oh.
And then a week before her funeral. So
Shit,
I was like,
man.
I was like, I really don't think this man is in the place to be hearing about anything. But I told him and he was fine with it. He told me he loved me no matter what. And then he forgot.
Oh.
And then I had to remind him. So, okay, because we were watching like Steve Harvey or one of those weird shows.
Like
and
Family
then,
Feud?
yeah, and like on a commercial came on and they were like, Adam and Eve. And then my dad turns to me and he was like, you know, I believe in that. It was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And I was looking at him and I was like, do you not remember what I told you 2 fucking weeks ago? Like, what do you mean?
Oh my
and then,
god!
Like, yeah, so like, he forgot. And then like, a few months later, I reminded him. No, I had to remind him because I needed him to sign a GSA form for my school because my mom wouldn't.
Number 7. What is your favorite thing about being LGBT?
Signage. What is my favorite thing? Kind of how like everybody's so like, well, not everybody. There are a few people in the LGBT community who are shitty about other people's identity, but how a good majority of the LGBT community is really like warm and accepting, and it's kind of like one big family. That and RuPaul's Drag Race.
For me, I'd say that I think that for me, it's that it makes me more of an accepting person. Because, like, I'm able to relate to that sort of thing, and I can understand people's experiences better. And I feel like if I was a cishet, then I probably wouldn't be so understanding and accepting. Like, shitty thing, but you know. What's your favorite LGBT song or artist?
Okay, so, Cupcake, Queen Elizabeth, LGBT, and then LGBT by Lowell. There we go. And both really good songs. Also, Girls Like Girls by Haley Kiyoko.
I've heard that one. It's good. Ring of Keys from Fun Home. That is a song about a young lesbian, Alison Bechdel, seeing a butch woman in a coffee shop and like basically recognizing herself. Like, as she describes it, like you're in a foreign country and you see someone from your native country and like you just kind of know each other.
Oh fuck. Okay, who was your first same-sex crush?
Mine was technically when I was in kindergarten. I had the biggest crush on this kid, Andy. But right now I'm gonna talk about when we were in first grade together. I had a huge gay crush on this dork, and I proposed to him every day.
I don't remember that at all, though.
I remember that I would say to him every day, like, I love you, will you marry me, every day, until you got so annoyed that you told the teacher on me.
I don't remember that at all. My first crush, like same-sex crush, was, we mentioned...
The Red Power Ranger?
Yes. We mentioned him earlier, to get Chris.
Do you have any LGBT pride symbols, such as a lock screen or a pride pin?
Yes, actually, I have this hat, and it says "Make America Gay Again," and people on the streets...
It's gonna be like backwards in the camera.
It's fine. People know what it says, and then and then it also says LGBTQ equals equality on the back. And I also have a pin, and it says gamer, and it has like a rainbow. And
it says gamer,
yeah.
like, you know.
So that's a thing.
Gay.
And people mistake this hat for "Make America Great Again," and I'm like,
quite the opposite.
no. So.
Me, I've got a whole fucking plethora. Got this right here. I'm wearing this shirt right now. I got it from like my dad's ex-girlfriend who I hated, and it says, "I'm so gay, I shit rainbows."
That's unhealthy. Also magical. What's your favorite coming out story?
I got this! Mine is actually more sentimental than funny, but I came out to my Mima via letter on Thanksgiving of 2015, and as trans. And I remember, like, I gave her the letter. I was like, here, read this on your own time. And I left the room. And I went and started doing other stuff. I think I was, like, playing with baby cousin and stuff. And eventually she came up to me and she gave me a hug. And she whispered in my ear, I always liked boys better anyways.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I almost cried. I was like,
Oh,
I
that's
love
so cute.
you.
I came out to my brother recently, and that itself wasn't funny. Like, it was cute or whatever, but like I have one of my friends as my lock screen, and my brother, I was in the car with him. He goes, "Mom doesn't know anything about you, does she?" And I was like, "No, why?" He goes, "He thinks you're in love with that girl." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And ever since, I've been using that to my advantage.
Last one. What's the most common misconception or myth about your sexuality and or gender? You are ready.
And this is at straight boys, like cishet boys.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch. We're not thirsty for you. We don't look at you and we're not like legs open. Like, we see you and we're like, oh, there's another ugly person fucking standing there. Let me go on with my business. Like, we're not thirsty. We're not that thirsty. So, that we like to go shopping.
For me, I'd say that it is probably that non-binary people are all just special snowflakes trying to be special and for attention. Like, no.
Enough.
No. It is a legitimate gender or umbrella of gender identities that they've existed for ages. It's just now that the terms are starting to pop up and people are learning them and more people are able to put that label with themselves because they finally have a word to describe it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're here, we're queer. Woo! Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this. I post videos every Thursday about being autistic, ADHD, and LGBT. This is Ruben Daniel. I will put his social media in the description below. I'm Jason. Have a great day and don't forget to tell someone you love them today. Bye. Bisexual.